Section 9 of Samson Agonistes. This recording is in the public domain. Recording by Martin Geeson. Samson Agonistes by John Milton. Section 9. Chorus. Samson, public officer. Oh, how comely it is, and how reviving to the spirits of just men long oppressed, when God into the hands of their deliverer puts invincible might to quell the mighty of the earth, the oppressor, the brute and boisterous force of violent men, hardy and industrious to support tyrannic power, but raging to pursue the righteous and all such as honour truth. He all their ammunition and feats of war defeats with plain heroic magnitude of mind and celestial vigour armed. Their armories and magazines contemns, renders them useless, while with winged expedition, swift as the lightning glance, he executes his errand on the wicked, who, surprised, lose their defence, distracted and amazed. But patience is more oft the exercise of saints, the trial of their fortitude, making them each his own deliverer, and victor over all that tyranny or fortune can inflict. Either of these is in thy lot, Samson, with might endued above the sons of men, but sight bereaved, may chance to number thee with those whom patience finally must crown. This idle's day hath been to thee no day of rest, labouring thy mind more than the working day thy hands. And yet perhaps more trouble is behind, for I descry this way some other tending, in his hand a sceptre or quaint staff he bears, comes on amain, speed in his look. By his habit I discern him now a public officer, and now at hand. His message will be short and voluble. Hebrews, the prisoner Samson here I seek. His manacles remark him, there he sits. Samson, to thee our lords thus bid me say, this day to Dagon is a solemn feast, with sacrifices, triumph, pomp and games. Thy strength they know surpassing human rate, and now some public proof thereof require to honour this great feast and great assembly. Rise therefore with all speed, and come along, where I will see thee heartened and fresh clad to appear as fits before the illustrious lords. Thou knowst I am an Hebrew, therefore tell them, our law forbids at their religious rites my presence, for that cause I cannot come. This answer, be assured, will not content them. Have they not sword players, and every sort of gymnic artists, wrestlers, riders, runners, jugglers and dancers, antics, mummers, mimics, but they must pick me out, with shackles tired, and over-laboured at their public mill, to make them sport with blind activity. Do they not seek occasion of new quarrels, on my refusal to distress me more, or make a game of my calamities? Return the way thou camest, I will not come. Regard thyself, this will offend them highly. Myself, my conscience and internal peace, can they think me so broken, so debased with corporal servitude, that my mind ever will condescend to such absurd commands, although their drudge, to be their fool or jester, and in my midst of sorrow and heart grief, to show them feats and play before their God, the worst of all indignities, yet on me joined with extreme contempt, I will not come. My message was imposed on me with speed, brooks no delay. Is this thy resolution? So take it with what speed thy message needs. I am sorry what this stoutness will produce. Perhaps thou shalt have cause to sorrow indeed. Consider, Samson, matters now are strained up to the height, whether to hold or break. He's gone, and who knows how he may report thy words by adding fuel to the flame? Expect another message more imperious, more lordly thundering than thou well wilt bear. Shall I abuse this consecrated gift of strength, again returning with my hair after my great transgression, so requite favour renewed, and add a greater sin by prostituting holy things to idols, a Nazarite in place abominable, vaunting my strength in honour to their Dagon? Besides, how vile, contemptible, ridiculous, what act more execrably unclean, profane? Yet with this strength thou serv'st the Philistines, idolatrous, uncircumcised, unclean; not in their idol worship, but by labour honest and lawful to deserve my food of those who have me in their civil power. Where the heart joins not, outward acts defile not. Where outward force constrains, the sentence holds. But who constrains me to the temple of Dagon, not dragging? The Philistian lords command. Commands are no constraints. If I obey them, I do it freely, venturing to displease God for the fear of man, and man prefer, set God behind, which in his jealousy shall never, unrepented, find forgiveness. Yet that he may dispense with me or thee present in temples at idolatrous rites for some important cause, thou needst not doubt. How thou wilt here come off surmounts my reach. Be of good courage, I begin to feel some rousing motions in me, which dispose to something extraordinary my thoughts. I with this messenger will go along, nothing to do, be sure, that may dishonour our law, or stain my vow of Nazarite. If there be aught of presage in the mind, this day will be remarkable in my life by some great act, or of my days the last. In time thou hast resolved, the man returns. Samson, this second message from our lords to thee I am bid say. Art thou our slave, our captive, at the public mill our drudge, and Darest thou at our sending and command dispute thy coming? Come without delay, or we shall find such engines to assail and hamper thee, as thou shalt come of force, though thou wert firmlier fastened than a rock. I could be well content to try their art, which to no few of them would prove pernicious. Yet knowing their advantages too many, because they shall not trail me through their streets like a wild beast, I am content to go. Masters' commands come with a power resistless to such as owe them absolute subjection, and for a life who will not change his purpose, so mutable are all the ways of men. Yet this be sure, in nothing to comply scandalous or forbidden in our law. I praise thy resolution. Doff these links. By this compliance thou wilt win the lords to favour, and perhaps to set thee free. Brethren, farewell. Your company along I will not wish, lest it perhaps offend them to see me girt with friends, and how the sight of me as of a common enemy so dreaded once may now exasperate them, I know not. Lords are lordliest in their wine, and the well-feasted priest then soonest fired with zeal if aught religion seem concerned. No less the people on their holy days, impetuous, insolent, unquenchable. Happen what may, of me expect to hear nothing dishonourable, impure, unworthy our God, our law, my nation, or myself. The last of me, or no, I cannot warrant. Go, and the Holy One of Israel be thy guide to what may serve his glory best, and spread his name great among the heathen round. Send thee the angel of thy birth to stand fast by thy side, who from thy father's field rode up in flames after his message told of thy conception, and be now a shield of fire. That spirit that first rushed on thee in the camp of Dan be efficacious in thee now at need. For never was from heaven imparted measure of strength so great to mortal seed, as in thy wondrous actions hath been seen. But wherefore comes old Manoah in such haste with youthful steps? Much livelier than erewhile he seems, supposing here to find his son, or of him bringing to us some glad news. End of Section 9. Recording by Martin Geeson in Hazelmere, Surrey.